What's going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? So could we possibly be seeing a salary floor in Major League Baseball sooner rather than later? Let's go talk about it. Okay, so according to Evan Drellich and Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, Major League Baseball proposes salary minimum funded by new tax on teams spending $180 million. So basically what this is saying is they are proposing, Major League Baseball to the Players Association, they are proposing they lower the luxury tax line from $210 million down to $180 million. But in return, this would introduce a salary minimum or a salary floor of $100 million. So I actually am not opposed to this idea. I actually think that is a pretty decent idea because overall it's going to make teams they're going to have to be more competitive. They're going to have to spend money. If we take a look at some of these teams right now that are currently under that $100 million payroll, you have 11 teams: the Brewers, the Rangers, Diamondbacks, the A's, the Tigers, the Royals, Mariners, Rays, Marlins, Pirates, Orioles, Indians. So you got a lot of teams here who are under that line. I mean, you got a lot of teams here that are in rebuild mode as of right now. The Orioles, the Pirates, the Cubs. I mean, they're going to be under that line next year for sure. They traded away everyone. Even teams like the Mariners here, the Royals, the Tigers. I mean, there's so many teams that are rebuilding. It's gonna force these teams to be more competitive. But that lowering that luxury tax line, I think, I actually don't mind that idea at all because while it's not going to be a hard cap, it's still going to be that soft cap. By lowering it, it's really going to put a bit of a strain on these teams like the Dodgers this year. I mean, they're spending money left and right, adding in these guys, trading for a Max Scherzer who had a big salary. They're bringing in so many guys this year. Their payroll is through the roof. I mean, as of right now, $267 million. That is nuts. So it's going to have to force these teams to be a little more creative, when it comes to adding these players, making trades. But at the same time, you're going to be making some of these other teams just more competitive because, let's be real. If you're a Pittsburgh Pirates fan, if you're an Orioles fan right now, are you sure you're excited about your future? But are you really excited to go to the ballpark as of right now? You don't have any competitiveness whatsoever. Your team is in rebuild mode. For fan morale right now, sure, while it may be optimistic for a team like the Orioles who have a lot of good prospects coming up, and for the Pirates who have been adding some really good prospects as well, and you could even say the Cubs who brought in a lot of good prospects, but they got rid of everyone. Fan morale right now is not very high. The Marlins, yeah, they got a bright future, but are they, do Miami Marlins fans really want to go to the ballpark as of right now? Fans want to see teams that are competing. Simple as that. They want to see their team in the playoff race. They want to see their team going for a wild card, going for a division. But when you're going into a season like the Pirates, like next year, if you're a Pirates fan, are you excited for next year? Sure. I feel like you're going to be, sure, you're going to pay attention to some of these younger guys on the team, but in my opinion, if I was a Pirates fan, I'm looking more towards the minor leagues. I'm looking to see how these guys are developing down there. Orioles fans, are you excited about, especially being in a really competitive American League East? Are you excited to be an Orioles fan right now? I don't mean any disrespect, but, let's be kind of real here. There's no competition, but by adding a salary floor, you're going to be forcing these teams to spend some money, to get out there and go sign some guys, go trade for some guys. Hey, I like that idea. It's in the end, it's going to make teams be a little more competitive while, that $180 million luxury tax line, it's going to force these teams to not just blow money left and right and not be afraid to pay the luxury tax fines. So, I like it for both ways. It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. They are going to have their talks in the offseason. That's going to be really interesting. So, I wonder how this ends up going. I'm sure, these are not the numbers that they're going to settle on. We'll have to wait and see how the MLBPA responds to this. There was also this here. It says here, money collected from teams paying tax would fund certain club payroll. So that was mentioned in the title. So, like the Dodgers, they're paying all those fines and whatnot. That money would go towards teams that to bring their salary floor up to 100 million. So teams that are up here at the top, if they're paying those fines, that's going to go towards salary floors for other teams. But this is also interesting. It says here, but details about the mechanism are unclear, including what penalties teams might incur if they do not reach 100 million. So, I'm wondering, if they do end up introducing some kind of a salary floor, what would the penalties be? Well, we know if you go over the luxury tax line, you're paying fines. But if you're not gonna reach that 100 million, what could that possibly mean for these teams that are in rebuild mode, like the Orioles, the Pirates, and so on? Could you maybe lose draft picks? I think that could end up being in my opinion, that seems to be a penalty that makes sense in my head. But it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. As of right now, the luxury tax line is 210 million, like I said. So to lower it down to 180 million, that's going to force these teams to be a little more creative with spending money. But at the end of the day, if we can get some of these teams to just start shelling out some money, hey, Pittsburgh Pirates fans, you guys know fully well the owner of your team doesn't like to spend money. So, hey, if you can get, if you're forcing these guys to start spending some money, start putting some more competitive teams on the field, I think that's going to be beneficial for everyone. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Would you like to see a salary floor in Major League Baseball? Would you like to see that luxury tax line lowered from 210 to 180? Would you like to see a hard cap in Major League Baseball? Let me know what you think down below. I'm very interested to see what you think. But that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.